The Miami Heat find themselves at a pivotal crossroads this offseason, one that could define the franchise for years to come. After an underwhelming season that saw them miss the playoffs yet again, the front office is under immense pressure to make impactful changes. Pat Riley has signaled that alterations are on the horizon, but the intensity of those changes might hinge on one critical factor: lottery luck. As it stands, the Heat hold a mere 4.8% chance of landing a top 4 pick in the 2026 NBA draft, with the odds of securing the coveted number 1 overall selection dropping to just 1%. While those numbers may appear disheartening, the implications of jumping into the top 4 could be monumental, potentially shifting Miami's trajectory from merely chasing immediate fixes to exploring a range of strategic options. If the Heat were to land a top 4 selection, the most likely scenario involves leveraging that pick as the centerpiece of a high-profile trade. I know this isn't a route many Heat fans would prefer, but the front office's relentless pursuit of championship contention could make this the most pragmatic approach. The Heat have had their sights set on a superstar to pair with Bam Adebayo, and the whispers surrounding Giannis Antetokounmpo have been persistent since last season's trade deadline. With a premium draft pick in hand, Miami would possess one of the most valuable assets it has had in years, significantly enhancing its negotiating power. Now, the Heat's trade discussions have often been hampered by a lack of elite young talent in comparison to other teams like the Oklahoma City Thunder or Houston Rockets. However, landing a top 4 pick would completely alter that dynamic, allowing Miami to enter the conversation with a far more enticing offer. Imagine combining a top prospect with established players like Tyler Herro, along with future draft assets and salary fillers. This could give the Heat a legitimate shot at acquiring Giannis if the Milwaukee Bucks decide to move him. Whether or not fans are on board with this approach is a different conversation altogether. Many supporters would rather see the Heat retain a young star prospect and develop talent organically. Yet, history shows that Pat Riley typically favors proven commodities over a slow rebuild through the draft. However, there's another compelling avenue Miami could pursue. Instead of trading the pick, they could opt to draft an elite player and continue their immediate competitive efforts. Recent NBA history has demonstrated how quickly a franchise can turn around with the right rookie addition. The Philadelphia 76ers, for instance, selected VJ Edgecombe in the draft last season, and his arrival breathed new life into their season, propelling them back into playoff contention. Imagine the dynamic shift if Miami were to add a top 4 prospect to a core that already includes Bam Adebayo, Tyler Herro, and emerging talent like Kel'el Ware. Suddenly, the Heat would not only be younger, but also more athletic and dynamic. This approach would provide them with something they've yearned for: genuine upside. A transformative prospect could be the key to escaping the relentless play-in cycle, aligning perfectly with the young talent already present on the roster. Ware has showcased his potential this past season, and the Heat have been methodically constructing a younger foundation around Adebayo. Now, let's entertain a more radical notion. What if Miami decided to hit the reset button? A top 4 pick would grant the franchise a unique opportunity it hasn't had since drafting Dwayne Wade in 2003. The chance to build around a legitimate franchise cornerstone from day one. The Detroit Pistons stand as a recent example of how patience in rebuilding can eventually pay dividends. After dedicating years to developing Cade Cunningham, Detroit has emerged as a formidable force, clinching the number 1 seed in the Eastern Conference this season and advancing into the playoffs. While this model may seem appealing, it's worth noting that it demands a level of patience that the Heat organization has historically shunned. However, the contemporary NBA is increasingly defined by young stars nurtured from within. If Miami secures a top 4 pick, the front office may be compelled to reconsider its long-standing strategy of chasing aging superstars. A young core featuring Bam, Ware, Jamie Jaquez Jr., and a top 4 selection could pave the way for a fresh identity and renewed energy. Realistically, though, the Heat are unlikely to jump into the top 4. The odds remain heavily stacked against them. However, instead of entering the offseason with a sense of desperation and trade speculation, Miami could find themselves with multiple options. They could pursue Giannis, remain competitive while infusing elite young talent, or finally embark on a long-term youth movement. For a franchise that has been stuck in a cycle of mediocrity, even a stroke of lottery luck could be the catalyst for a transformative offseason. So, Heat fans, where are you watching from? What do you think about the potential paths ahead for our beloved team? Let's hear your thoughts in the comments below. And if you want to stay updated on all the latest news and rumors surrounding the Miami Heat, don't forget to subscribe. This offseason is shaping up to be crucial for the future of the franchise, and your voices matter as we navigate this pivotal moment together.